Hello, everybody. This is Card Guy Chris Ellis,
Well, Collectible Chris,
and we are here to talk to you about.
our Week 14 um, prediction, our Week 14 results, our Week 15 predictions are for NFL as well as the bowl games for the upcoming bowl season for the NCAA, as well as talking about the Heisman Trophy results, and as well as the Shohei Ohtani going to the LA Dodgers. So, this week was very, very off for the both of us and the whole football world. Dad finished 7-8. I finished 6-9. So I'm just ahead by 2 games this week. Our result, and of course the games. Thursday night football. Pats beat the Steelers 21-18. Jets beat the Texans 30-6 in a very shocking performance by C.J. Stroud. Ravens beat the Rams 37-31. Saints beat the Panthers 28-6. Bengals beat the Colts 34-14. Bucks beat the Falcons 29-25. The Browns beat the Jags 31-27. Bears beat the Lions 28-13. The Niners beat the Seahawks 28-16. Another baseball score for the second week in a row. The Vikings beat the Raiders 3-0. Broncos beat the Chargers 24-7. Bills beat the Chiefs in a controversy last call by the refs 20-17. Cowboys beat the Eagles 33-13. Giants beat the Packers 24-22. And the Titans beat the Dolphins in a last-minute effort 28-27. So, very off week, but it's okay. It's football. Anything can happen. My player of the week, I'm going to give it to Joe Flacco for the Browns. 26 out of 45 attempts, 311 yards, 3 TDs, and 1 interception. Kid still got it.
I'm giving it to the kicker from the Cowboys, Brandon Aubrey, 4 for 4, 60-yard.
Longest field goal.
Yeah. He had 2 plus 59-yard field goals. First person to do it in the same game. Went 3 for 3 for the Pats. So, yeah, he had a good game for kickers. Set records, so thought I'd put a kicker there for the first time for player of the week. So
yeah, I mean, and also it's a Cowboy, so bias. Nah, it's okay. Rookie of the week, I'm gonna be a little biased myself. I'm gonna give it to Quentin Johnson. That had a great game for the Chargers, 3 receptions for 91 yards.
Yeah, I'm going into Tommy DeVito from the Giants, 17-21, 158 yards, 1 TD, 0 interceptions. He had 12 carries for 71 yards. So if anybody saw the DeVito family on Monday night going crazy and swearing like they were the Godfather, yeah, it was very interesting. So we'll give it good old Danny doing well for the Giants.
Tommy,
but DeVito,
defense. I'm gonna go ahead. We both chose a linebacker. I'm giving it to Alex Singleton for the Broncos. 14 tackles, 10 solo, 4 assists, and with 1 sack.
And I'm giving mine to Iron Pace Jr. from the Vikings. He had 13 tackles, 7 solos, 6 assisted, 1 sack, and 1 INT. So, yeah, there was some, even though it was a 3-0 score, someone did something in that game.
And it was also a rookie from the University of Cincinnati.
Yeah,
So, here we go. And with bowl games and football, it's going to be an interesting schedule. We got 3 Saturday NFL games with 7 bowl games for the NCAA. So, for professional Thursday night football, Chargers versus Raiders.
I'm going Chargers.
I'm going Chargers as well. Saturday at 12 o'clock, Vikings versus Bengals.
Bengals.
Even though it was a poor performance, I'm going with Vikings. Browning's doing well, but I still trust Dobbs over Browning at this time. Saturday at 3:30, Steelers versus Colts.
Oh, Mullins is getting the start for the Vikings.
Nick Mullins?
Yeah.
I'm going with the former USM quarterback. So.
Okay. What's the next one?
Saturday at 3:30, Steelers versus Colts. You know you want to go for Pickett.
I do. I go Steelers.
Second game, we're going to disagree. I'm going with the Colts. It was a off game, but Minshew will get back to it. Saturday at 7:15 p.m., Broncos versus Lions.
Where's this game?
Detroit.
Lions haven't been playing well.
And the Broncos have reemerged.
I'm gonna go with Denver.
You're going with Denver.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the away team on this one.
I want to say Lions just because I want them to do well, but I have to give it to the team that's really hot right now. I'm going Broncos as well. All right, regular Sunday games: Giants versus Saints.
Going Giants.
Going Giants. All right. This is where the Saints should lose, but I'm gonna go Saints. Bears versus Browns.
Going Browns. I'm going with Flacco on this one.
I'm gonna go experience as well. Flacco over Fields. Falcons versus Panthers.
I'm gonna go Falcons. The Falcons should dominate this game.
I totally agree. Bucks versus Packers.
In Lambeau,
Yep.
I'm gonna go Bucks. I just don't like how Love played last week.
Well, an off game, and that's what Love has been doing, inconsistent, same as Baker Mayfield. So I'm gonna go with the flip of the coin. I'm going Packers. Jets versus Dolphins.
Going Dolphins. I think the Dolphins will get the last loss out of their mouths. So
Wilson's scary. Wilson has been scary. Tua Bear put it together. I'm going Dolphins. Chiefs versus Pats.
Chiefs. I don't see them losing to the Pats.
Same here. I just cannot see that right now. Even though it's in Foxborough, I still can't. Battle of rookie quarterbacks. Texans versus Titans.
The Battle of Houston. I'm gonna go Texans. Even though the Titans probably could, it's gonna be a game, but I think I'm going.
I'm gonna go with Texans as well. All right, divisional matchup: Niners versus Cardinals.
Niners.
Even though Murray has a good record against the Niners, I'm still going with my boys. Commanders versus Rams.
I'm gonna go Commanders. I just like how Sam Howell can throw the ball. So yeah.
No, I want to pick Stafford. And you know what? Actually, I'm changing my pick. I was thinking about Commanders, but Stafford has been doing well. Nakua is doing well, with a Cup still hurt with the injuries he's had the last 2 years. Nakua is just gotta do what he does. So I'm choosing Rams. Cowboys versus Bills.
This is going to be an interesting game. It's going to be rainy and cold. The Bills needed to stay in the playoff hunt, so I'm going to go Bills over Cowboys.
Okay.
Due to the fact the Cowboys had a big win and coming off that high might be,
Oh well, going off two big wins the past 2 weeks. I'm going with Cowboys due to the fact that they need
to win.
They need to win. They need to win out in order to get the number one to win the division. So I'm gonna go with Cowboys. Sunday night football: Ravens versus Jags with Trevor Lawrence back in the game.
It's gonna be a good game, but I think I'm gonna go Ravens.
Okay.
I do like how they're playing right now.
No, I do agree. I like Ravens as well over the Jags. Monday night football: Philadelphia Eagles versus Seattle Seahawks in Seattle.
And this is not an easy place to play.
And the Eagles are 0-2 in the last 2 weeks.
I'm going for the upset. I'm picking Seattle.
You're picking Seattle in Seattle.
No.
Dad, why do you do this? I was choosing Seattle. Dang it. I'm going Seahawks as well. I'm going with the upset. And even though it's really not an upset, Seattle's been a good team, but everyone thinks that Hurts is going to do well against that Seattle defense. But Geno, let's see how Geno is against that four-man rush. All right, so do we want to talk about Heisman first before bowl games? Or do we just want to go ahead and start choosing bowl?
Well, let's choose bowl, and then we'll talk.
All right. So, first set of bowl games this Saturday, December 16th. 7 of them. Georgia Southern 6-6 of the year versus Ohio 9-3 of the year at Myrtle Beach Bowl.
I'm going Ohio.
You're going Ohio? Georgia Southern had the tougher schedule. They face tougher opponents. I'm going to Georgia Southern on that. Florida A&M with a record of 11-1 versus Howard 6-5 Celebration Bowl.
I'm going Florida A&M.
Now I'm going Florida A&M as well. Jacksonville State 8-4 versus the Louisiana Cajuns 6-6 in the New Orleans Bowl.
I'm gonna go with the Cajuns in their home bowl. So
I'm going Cajuns as well. Miami of Ohio 11-2 of the season versus Appalachian State 8-5 at the Cure Bowl.
I'm gonna go Miami of Ohio.
Miami of Ohio. Miami of Ohio did really well this season, but I see Appalachian State pulling it off. Fresno State 8-4 versus New Mexico State 10-4 in the New Mexico Bowl.
I'm going with New Mexico State.
I'm going with Aggies as well. UCLA 7-5 versus Boise State 8-5 in the LA Bowl.
I'm gonna go Boise.
You going Boise?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Boise.
I'm going Boise as well. You know me with Boise State football, so. Texas Tech 6-6 versus California 6-6 Independence Bowl.
I'm gonna go with Tech. I think Tech will want to be there more than California. I think that's the only reason why I'm picking that.
I hate Tech. I'm going California. Monday, December 18th, Western Kentucky 7-5 versus Old Dominion 6-6 at the Bahamas Bowl.
I'm going Western Kentucky.
Going Western Kentucky. I want Old Dominion to win, but I'm going to go with Western Kentucky as well. Marshall 6-6 versus the University of San Antonio 8-4 at the Frisco Bowl.
I'm going UTSA.
All right. I got to go with the old conference. I'm going Marshall. USF 6-6 versus Syracuse 6-6 at the Boca Raton Bowl.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm going USF.
You're going USF? I'm going with the orange. I'm going with Syracuse. Georgia Tech 6-6 versus UCF 6-6 Gasparilla Bowl.
Going Tech.
I'm going Tech as well. Troy 11-2 versus Duke 7-5 at the Birmingham Bowl.
Ooh. I'm gonna go Duke.
I'm going Duke.
I'm going Duke with their quarterback.
I like Duke as well. Troy had a little. Honestly, their schedules were about neck and neck. I'm going Troy. All right, the rest of them I don't have the records. But Arkansas State versus Northern Illinois at the Camellia Bowl.
I'm gonna go Northern Illinois. I'm gonna go NIU on that one.
I do agree with that one. All right, Air Force versus James Madison in the Armed Forces Bowl.
I'm going to Air Force on that one.
Not Air Force as well. Georgia State versus Utah State at the famous Idaho Bowl.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is actually a closer game than people realize.
I'm going to go Utah.
You going Utah?
Yeah, I'm going to go Utah State.
Same here, Utah State for me as well. Eastern Michigan versus South Alabama at the 68 Ventures Bowl.
Eastern Michigan.
Same here, I do agree. Northwestern versus Utah at the Las Vegas Bowl.
I'm going Utes.
I'm going Utah as well. San Jose State versus Coastal Carolina at the Hawaii Bowl.
I'm going to go with State.
And you going with San Jose?
Yep.
I'm going with Coastal Carolina in that one. Tuesday, December 26th. Bowling Green versus Minnesota at the Quick Lane Bowl.
Minnesota.
I want to say Bowling Green, but I have to give it to Minnesota. All right. Texas State versus Rice at the First Responder Bowl.
Rice.
You're going Rice. Wow. I have to give it a rest as well. I'm giving some love to USM rivals. Kansas versus UNLV at the Guaranteed Rate Bowl.
I'm going UNLV in that one.
After all the controversy and everything, especially what happened at UNLV, I'm also going with UNLV. They need some positivity. Wednesday, December 27th, 4 bowl games. Tulane versus Virginia Tech at the Military Bowl.
Virginia Tech.
You're going with Tech? I want to say Aaron Sandman, but Tulane has a scary offense. I'm going Tulane. North Carolina Tar Heels versus West Virginia at the Duke's Mayo Bowl.
UNC, even though their quarterback will not be playing in that game.
I have to go. I like both programs, but I am gonna be biased. I'm going with Tar Heels. First ranked team finally mentioned. Number 15 Louisville versus Southern Cal in the Holiday Bowl.
I'm going Louisville.
Louisville needs to make up for everything that happened in their last month of playing. Number 20 Oklahoma State versus Texas A&M in the Texas Bowl.
OSU.
Huh?
OSU.
Oh, OSU. My bad. I'm going with State 2. I hate the Aggies. All right. Thursday, December 28th, number 24 SMU versus Boston College at the Fenway Bowl.
I am going with SMU in this game.
I am going with SMU as well. All right. Still on with December 28th, which is our 4 bowl games. Rutgers versus Miami Hurricanes at the Pinstripe Bowl.
I'm going with Miami. They might have the better talent. They should, but
I'm going Rutgers.
I almost went with Rutgers because it's closer to home.
Yeah, but I'm going Rutgers just because Miami's coaching staff has really messed up this whole year. So, number 18 North Carolina State versus number 25 Kansas State at the Pop-Tarts Bowl.
I'm going NC State.
I'm going with the Wolfpack as well. Number 12 Oklahoma versus number 14 Arizona at the Alamo Bowl.
I'm going to go with Arizona. I just don't think Oklahoma's going to want to be there.
Agreed. Friday, December 29th, four bowl games. Number 22 Clemson versus Kentucky in the Gator Bowl.
Clemson.
I'm going with the speed and the running of Kentucky. Number 16 Notre Dame versus number 19 Oregon State at the Tony the Tiger Sun Bowl.
I am going with Notre Dame.
You're going with Notre Dame. I'll go with the Fighting Irish. Memphis versus Iowa State at the Liberty Bowl.
I'm going Memphis.
You're going Memphis. Okay. I'm going Iowa State in that one. Number 7 Ohio State versus number 9 Missouri in the Cotton Bowl.
I'm going to go with Ohio State in that game.
I'm going with Ohio State too. Missouri has a good defense, but Ohio State has that explosive offense behind Marvin Harrison Jr. Saturday, December 30th, number 10 Penn State versus number 11 Ole Miss at the Peach Bowl.
I'm going Penn State in this one.
I'm going with Ole Miss. Auburn versus Maryland in the Music City Bowl.
I am going to go with Auburn in this one.
I'm also going with the War Eagle. Number 5 Florida State versus number 6 Georgia in the Orange Bowl.
I'm going with Georgia in this game.
Georgia's got to annihilate Florida State. Wyoming versus Toledo in the Arizona Bowl.
Ooh.
Yes.
I'm going to go Wyoming, but I think that might be a good game.
Oh, it's going to be a great game. I say within 3 points, I'm going to go with Wyoming as well. Monday, January 1st, number 13 LSU versus Wisconsin in the Realia Quest Bowl.
I'm going to pick LSU.
I don't want to pick LSU,
So,
but I have to. If it was against any other team, I'll choose against LSU, but Wisconsin, to me, inconsistent. Number 17, Iowa versus number 21, Tennessee in the Citrus Bowl. Will they score points this go around?
I'm going to go with Tennessee.
You're going with Tennessee. You're going with Volts. I'm going with Volts as well. Number 8, Oregon versus the undefeated number 23, Liberty in the Fiesta Bowl.
I'm going to go with Oregon, but I hope Liberty puts on a show at least.
Oregon is in the tougher conference. They have a lot of key players. I'm very happy with what Liberty did this year. I'm going with the upset. I'm going with Liberty.
Well, it could happen.
It can happen, yes. Rose Bowl, first of the playoff. Number 1, Michigan versus number 4, Alabama.
I don't think you ever give Nick Saban a month to prep for a football team. So I think Alabama will win that game.
I agree. Alabama.
Okay, this is where I'm going to hate myself.
Number 2, Washington versus number 3, Texas in the Sugar Bowl.
I picked Washington to win the national championship before the top 4 rankings came out. I would love if Texas wins the thing. I'm happy. I am a Texas fan, but I think the Huskies will win this game and win the national championship. So I am going to go with Washington as of right now.
I'm going with running and I'm going with defense. I'm going with Texas.
Yeah, that's a good pick.
And the national championship will worry until we get there.
Yep.
So yeah. So not a bunch of disagreements, and actually a lot of back and forth. So yeah. Okay, so the Heisman Trophy. We all heard it. Everyone knows our opinions. That we all both agree that Phoenix deserved it. Jaden from LSU got it. He's the quarterback for the Tigers. They didn't have a bad record. I really thought it was more of a gunslinging team than what you usually see with the Tigers anyway, except RO being there. But looking back at it, Jaden did throw more yards than Phoenix did. Phoenix is a scrambling quarterback, so I can understand that. Reed to me was inconsistent in a lot of games compared to Phoenix, but if you want to look at statistic wise, I understand why Jaden got most of the votes. So I can live with Jaden being the Heisman Trophy winner, but I still think if you want to give it to best overall player performance and statistics, Phoenix deserved it more than Jaden, but I understand where the Heisman community went.
Yeah, I mean, you could see that.
Shoot, it's still.
It's still. It's one of those things. There was no one that had like a huge big year, no huge rushing year, or no huge. So it was pretty much up for grabs.
Yeah, it was.
Up for grabs. You kind of like that every once in a while. Hey, it is what it is.
Shoot.
See how they do in their bowl games. We know that Gabriel from Oklahoma is going to Oregon, so he won't be the quarterback for Oklahoma in that game. We know that Caleb Williams is not going to be playing in their bowl game. We also know that Drake for UNC won't be playing in their bowl game before going to the draft. So they're still, but other than that, when you want to talk about Otani's.
Okay. Shohei Ohtani finally signed his contract, $700 million for 10 years. Just going across a zip code to be with the Dodgers. So Shohei is going to be designated DH. He's not even going to pitch this year. Next year. And your top three in the lineup is basically Betts, Freeman, Shohei. You got one of the best contact hitters in MLB. You got a guy that has speed and Betts, and then you got Shohei who hits for power. The lineup is stacked. We already see that. Did the Dodgers really need Shohei Ohtani, though?
Well, you also got to think they deferred the contract, so he's only getting paid $2 million a year.
$2 million a year, and then his last year, he's again that $680 million. Yeah. Honestly, Shohei is on a World Series caliber team. They still have Kershaw. They still got the bullpen. They still got key aspects, and they got young talent and James Outman and other players. Did the Dodgers still really need Shohei Ohtani?
Probably not, but they got him.
They got him. I'm glad he didn't go to the Yankees.
Would it have been better for baseball if he went somewhere else? I think so, but
Ace can't afford him. and them moving to their new stadium and new location, that would have helped them tremendously. I would have loved him to see. I would have loved to see him with Texas. I really think
That would have been interesting. Yeah, I mean, Texas, Chicago, Toronto. I mean, but hey, I mean, he's making money.
he's making money.
Yeah, I mean, 2 years after now, he'll be pitching, so he'll be getting that money for pitching. So
I mean, shoot, Kershaw might be on the way to retirement. So so him actually getting into groove, that would help. That will help the Dodgers then. But I mean, he's staying in California.
yep.
He loves the area. And here's the thing: I cannot wait until he starts pitching again and faces the Braves.
Yep, it's gonna be interesting.
I mean, shoot, we all know the Braves can hit off of him. I mean, everyone remember that game against Shohei and the Braves from 2021? It was amazing. I mean, shoot, they scored 8 runs off of him.
But pitchers have their bad days and their good days.
Yeah.
So, but do you got anything else, big man?
No, I have nothing else at this time. Christmas is coming around the corner. Then everyone realize. I know it's a stressful time. Please be nice and courteous to all retail workers as well as fast food workers. It is a stressful time, and people are just trying to get everything done.
Yep. So, everybody, this is Car Guy Chris Ellis,
With Collectible Chris.
and we'll be talking to you later. Bye.